I became an attorney because I come from a blue-collar family, and there was no one, frankly, in my family who had gone to college, much less law school.
I simply just wanted to help. I wanted to help people. That's why I went to law school. I wanted to make a difference in other people's lives.
I grew up in New York, and I went to one of the most diverse high schools in Queens. And my best friend was Mongolian, and I knew she was Mongolian. And one day, I don't know, in conversation, I mentioned it to someone else, hey, so-and-so is Mongolian. And afterwards, she got so upset with me. And she said, don't tell people I'm Mongolian, because maybe they might find out I'm undocumented.
My mom died of cancer, and so I got involved in cancer wills and doing wills for cancer patients.
I started by simply taking on domestic violence cases because those were the ones that I was most comfortable taking on as a young attorney and a brand new solo practitioner.
She was just like me in every other way. We went to school together, we were on the track team together, we were going through the same things, but then she had a worry, a fear at the back of everything, that she was undocumented. So that's the reason I went to law school, to help people who live with this fear and try to erase it for them.
Now's the time. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter how many years you've spent in a different area of practice.
Pro bono work can be as easy as going to an organization on a Saturday morning and just talking to people about their legal issues.
After practicing for a little bit over 6 years, I knew more than I thought I did, and it was easier for me to learn something new more than I thought it would be.
First and foremost, the organizations that I've partnered with have been extremely supportive in providing me with resources, with mentors, with someone who answers that cell phone call right outside of court when you're panicking. So you are supported.
As a 28-year-old lawyer, pro bono work has allowed me to broaden my perspectives, and Atlanta is a perfect place to do that. It's one of the most diverse cities in the country.
I was able to meet attorneys that I would have never met had it not been for these pro bono cases.
Judges are happy to help young lawyers. They are thrilled when someone new shows up in their courtroom, and they're very patient.
I'm not necessarily going to be allowed to argue a big summary judgment motion by myself as a first year, right? But I was able to argue at an eviction defense case by myself in magistrate court as a first year. So professionally, I was able to get more real experience sooner.
Pro bono work gave me the opportunity to gain skills I would not have had as a young lawyer and a young solo practitioner. It gave me the confidence to practice law. It gave me the confidence that I needed to tell my clients' stories.
It's really broadened my worldview here. It's taken me out of my office in Buckhead and into the Atlanta community in front of people that I don't typically work with on a day-to-day basis, and helped me understand the real problems facing our community.
I help everyday people every single day, and my start in pro bono is what helped me recognize that that was more important to me than anything else, to be able to walk out of the courtroom and know that the actions that I've taken, and sometimes it's so small, just showing up.
It's instilled from the first day that NYU lawyers should be doing public interest work in community service and filing class action lawsuits and working at legal aid and using our legal skills and our education to help others.
I do it because I have a heart for those people. I know what it is to be disadvantaged. I know what it is to live in a community where you're marginalized. I know what that is. And so I have a heart for that. My parents had a heart for it. And I care about what I do. I have a passion for this. And I was blessed by it, and you're going to be blessed by it too.
We owe an obligation back to the state. One of the most important is to make sure that people in this country who cannot afford lawyers have effective, quality legal representation.
Everyone has 30 minutes or an hour that they could use in a better way. And I challenge you to use it to help someone else. It's a commitment that we made to ourselves, before taking that oath, and it's something that gets lost in the business of life. But it's something that we can do, and it's something that we should do.